Simplify. Question A. We've talked before that there are different ways of doing these kinds of questions, and one is where you collect the positive terms first. So 15 plus 8 is 23, and now we're going to subtract the 3, and that equals 20. Question B. We have to multiply before we can subtract. So 3 times 4 is 12, take away 2 equals 10. Here again we have to multiply before we can add. 10 times 5 is 50, plus 7 equals 57. Here we have 6 plus 7, take away 3. So we can add 6 and 7, that equals 13, and take away 3 equals 10. Question E. We have to multiply before we can add. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 5 equals 23. Question F. Again, we have to multiply before we subtract. 6 times 7, 42, take away 15 equals 27. Question G. I'm going to use the same method that I did before. I'm going to collect the positive terms first. 9 plus 4 is 13. Take away, and here I have two negative terms. I could collect them right away as well. Negative 2 and negative 1 is negative 3. And 13 take away 3 is 10. Again, I have to multiply before I can add. So this equals 11 plus 8 times 4 is 32 equals 43. Question I. We have to divide before we can multiply. So equals 15 times 6 divided by 3 is 2 equals 15 times 2 is 30. Solve the equations, and solving means isolating the variable. We have to show all our work. Question A, 3 is multiplied by A, so what we have to do is divide both sides by 3 to isolate the A. 3 divided by 3 is 1, leaves A on the left side, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. Question B, here 5 is subtracted from C, so we're going to add 5 to both sides of the equation to isolate the C. Minus 5 plus 5 is 0, leaves C on the left, and 3 plus 5 is 8. Question C. Here 4 is added to M, so we will subtract it on both sides. 7 minus 4 equals 4 plus M minus 4. 7 minus 4 is 3 equals M, because 4 minus 4 is 0. At this point, the equation is solved, although we are more used to seeing it in this form. M equals 3. We're just more used to seeing the variable on the left-hand side. Question D. 3a divided by 4 equals 6. There are a couple of ways of solving this problem. One of them is going step by step. So the first step, I have 3 times a divided by 4. So I'm going to choose to multiply both sides by 4. So that I don't have fraction anymore. 4 times 3a over 4 equals 4 times 6. Now, for me to multiply 4 times 3a over 4, there are a couple of ways to do it. One is to rewrite 4 in the form of fraction, which makes it easier for me to see that 4 divided by 4 is 1, which leaves 3a divided by 1. Number divided by 1 is always the number itself. So 3a equals 4 times 6 is 24. Now a is multiplied by 3, so the opposite operation is division. We will divide both sides of the equation by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, leaves a on the left-hand side, and 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Solve by isolating the variable, show all work. Question E. We have 2 times d take away 5 equals 9. We have to deal with a separate value first, so we are going to add 5 to both sides of the equation. 5 plus 5 is 0, leaves 2d on the left-hand side, and 9 plus 5 is 14. Now 2 is multiplied by d, the opposite operation is division, so we will divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, leaves d on the left-hand side, and 14 divided by 2 equals 7. Question F. Again, the separate value is 15, so we will deal with that first. 15y plus 15 minus 15 equals 45 minus 15. 15 minus 15 equals 0, leaves 15y on the left. 45 minus 15 equals 30. 15 is multiplied by y, so we will divide both sides. 15 divided by 15 is 1, leaves y on the left side, and 30 divided by 15 equals 2. Y is 2. Question G. Here m is divided by 5, then 2 is added, and that equals 3. Separate value is the 2, so we will deal with that first. 2 is 1. Now m is divided by 5, so the opposite operation will be multiplication. We will multiply both sides of the equation by 5. It's m on the left-hand side, and 5 times 1 equals 5. Question H. First we will simplify the equation because we have like terms. We have 4a and 6a, so we can collect them. That equals 10a equals 30. Now a is multiplied by 10, so we can divide both sides by 10 to isolate the variable. 10 divided by 10 is 1, leaves a equals 3. Here we have to solve each question, and then we have to check the solution. So for question A, the separate value is 4. Therefore, we will add 4 to both sides of the equation as our first step in solving. 3b equals 9. Now 3 is multiplied by b, so the opposite operation is division. And whatever we do on one side of the equation, we have to do to the other. 3 divided by 3 is 1, leaves b equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. We've solved the equation, now we have to check it. Remember, one way of checking the solution is comparing the left side of the equation with the right side of the equation and substituting the solved value in the equation. On the left side, we have 3b minus 4. This is where I can see that. On the right side, I have 5. Now I'm going to substitute the value 3. 3 times 3 minus 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 4 equals 5. Left side equals right side, so the solution is correct. Question B. Here we have like terms on the left side. We also have like terms on the right side, so we will collect them first and then solve. 7y take away 6y is 1y, and 6 plus 12 is 18. Or in other words, y equals 18, because 1 times any number is the number itself. Now we're going to check the solution. On the left side of the equation we have 7y take away 6y. On the right side we have 6 plus 12. So now I'm going to substitute 18. 7 times 18 minus 6 times 18. So let's see. 7 times 18 equals 126. So we have 126 minus 108, and that equals 18. Here we have 6 plus 12, and that equals 18. So left side equals right side. The solution is correct. In this question, we have a formula for parameter given, and we know the parameter equals 216 and width equals 21 meters. We are asked to solve for length. There are a couple ways of solving this problem. One is to solve for length first and then substitute the known values. The other method would be to substitute the known values first and then solve for the length. Here I'm going to substitute the known values first. So parameter is 216. Then we have 2 length plus 2 width, but we know that width is 21, so we're going to substitute that value. 216 equals 2 length plus 42. Now 42 is added to 2 length, so we will subtract it on both sides. Minus 42 equals 2 length plus 42 minus 42. 216 minus 42 is 174 equals 2 length. Now we have to divide both sides by 2 to isolate the unknown length. So we will divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, leaves length equals, and 174 divided by 2 is 87. Therefore, the length equals 87 meters. Here we have a rectangle given, and we have to calculate perimeter and the area. Perimeter we know that we can calculate by adding 2 length and 2 width. For this rectangle, we have the width given as 21 meters and the length as 39 meters. So to calculate perimeter, all we have to do is substitute the known values. Perimeter equals 2 length plus 2 width. 2 times 39 is 78. 2 times 21 equals 42. So perimeter equals 120 meters. Area we know that we can calculate as a length times width. For our rectangle, the length is 39 and the width is 21. So area equals 39 times 21 equals 819. 819 meters. Careful here, because you're multiplying length times width or meters times meters, you're getting meters square. So area is always in square units. Therefore, the perimeter for this rectangle is 120 meters, and the area for this rectangle is 819 meters square.